How long do you think a channel would exist of just like completely fabricated shit that's more interesting?
I mean, I would have it locked permanently on my television, but it needs
just
to
completely false.
Totally. Where they're like, what created the Chicago fire? Well, that was the giant flying squid, Sleipner. Odin sent down he was angry with Chicago. And so Sleipner came, attached himself to the Sears Tower, which didn't even exist then, and started shooting fire from his angry beak and incinerated the town. I would be like, holy shit. Scott, do you know what caused the Chicago fire?
What would you call it?
BN, Bullshit Network. No, you couldn't call it that because then people would be like, well, I'm not watching the Bullshit Network. Let's call it
it'd have
CBT.
To be,
could be true.
Could be true. I think you have to you have to deliver it as fact.
Mm-hmm. Or the lost legend of Hitler Claus.
Exactly. Just shit where people are like,
he comes once a year, kills all non-Gentiles, leaves gifts for the little Gentile, the shiksa and goy boys and girls.
It was like it didn't really last that long.
Yeah, this caught on for like
8
2 years.
It didn't even last a decade.
People got really
It was only in a
outraged.
very small region in Germany.
And they're like, nobody ever got killed, but
Nothing ever happened. But
there were some crimes where some children were heard to have beat up Jewish children in preparation
if it was
for
like
Hitler Claus.
Like Hitler decided that he didn't want Santa Claus anymore, and he wanted to change it into that like he was the person. Like that would be like.
Right, hold on. That is, I am Goebbels, and you're Hitler.
Okay.
And we sit down to discuss further global domination.
Okay.
Hitler?
See?
You're doing Hitler when he's in Buenos Aires hiding after the war. Der Führer.
Yes. Da.
We have discussed at a great length. Is that a German accent?
This is the worst.
I'm trying to get my German accent down.
Da.
We have discussed at a great length.
Ja.
Is the cabinet
Swedish.
and that's it. Und. We have discussed at a great length with the cabinet. We should just do it in British accent. Every movie about
Exactly.
Germans, they're always British. Führer.
Are we switching?
Now we're German.
Okay.
Now we're British.
Now we're British.
Nazis, but we're Hitler and Goebbels. The Führer.
Yes.
In discussing it further with the cabinet, we've decided to capture the minds of hearts and of children across the world.
I like children.
Right. Because children grow.
Get the kids. That's what I've been saying.
Get them while they're
That's what
young.
I've been saying. Get the kids.
Yes, get them while they're young.
Yeah.
In order to perhaps
Spit it out, Goebbels.
Well,
Come on.
you're known as
Time is Deutschmarks.
I feel you. You're known as something of a harsh figure. Children are frightened of you because they hear about the things you've done. You're a world conqueror. So, in order
Right.
to soften your image,
Right.
what we propose to do
Right.
is get rid of the legend of Saint Nicholas, the Germanic Saint Nicholas and the American
Right.
Santa Claus,
Right.
Father Christmas,
Yeah. Right.
and create, if I may say this,
Do we
as
kill him? Are we going to kill him? We slaughter him.
Not quite yet.
Like in the squares.
Oh,
like,
you mean in the backstory?
Yeah,
Yes.
like I murder him in bed while he's sleeping.
Well, perhaps that would be viewed as cowardly, Fuhrer.
All right. Well, as long as right. So I don't have to actually fight him. So maybe what I'll do.
Perhaps it's in self-defense, Your Eminence. Perhaps.
Oh, look, he comes to my house
Yes.
and he's, he comes in and I'm like, hey, what are you doing here?
Hitler as an Eastender. Yes.
What are you doing? And then one in the neck, right? One's
You don't see him as Scott's holding up his hand and poking at the air for one in the neck.
one in the neck.
Yes.
One in the stomach.
Well, of course. Because he's a fat man.
Yeah.
Fat men deserve punishment.
Put 'em.
Yes. He hasn't taken care of himself. In the grand tradition of the
don't
Germanic
need
people,
that.
he doesn't take care of himself. Why do we have this as a role model for children? He's a fat man who gives them things, and his genealogy is questionable. So kill the fat man, Hitler.
So I'll kill him.
Führer.
I thought so I'll give him one. Mm-hmm. I'll put him down.
Perhaps we could even weave in a bit that maybe he was Jewish.
Oh, right.
Then you have the moral high ground.
Right.
For killing. According to that movie, he had fucking problems with chicks.
Yeah.
He was not like the dude that was just like,
he was no ladies
let me
man.
put it in your puss and we'll do it. He was like, he liked to, apparently he was a shit eater. He liked to do stuff like that and fucking, like he had, surprisingly, Hitler was not a normal guy. But apparently he had sexual problems.
Gotcha.
And some people
Like
have even theorized that
and-
he might have been
Gay.
gay. Which is not a sexual problem, but like for a guy like Hitler who presented himself as the ultimate male.
He was conflicted.
Yeah.
His conflict.
That was Hitler's problem. If Hitler
closet.
could have just eaten a little cock, that never would have happened.
That would have like changed it all.
Totally. He could be in the beer hall, and instead of whipping
Some guy's
people
like,
up into
"Suck
a
my
frenzy,
dick," and he's like, "Okay,
all right." Instead of whipping people into a frenzy against the Jews, he might have, instead of going to a beer hall, if he had just went to like a bear bar instead.
gay bear hall."
Yeah, a bear hall. And they were just like, what are you, an otter or a cub, Hitler? He's like,
Whatever.
I am a sloppy party bottom. I come to offer you an office for all of your cocks.
Just spray it on me. We can't get the German down. Whatever. Just
I
put
can't do
it
the
in.
German
Just
accent
put it
very
in.
well. You know,
Satan Claus.
i.e. Hitler.
That's a whole other. Hitler becomes Satan Claus.
That'd be it. If they were just like, we would like to be able to mix the lure of Santa Claus with you, but give it
Without
power, authority,
adding
and
any
fear.
letters.
Yeah, and we just really want to mix up the letters so it's easy for people to remember. So we're going to call you Satan Claus. Führer. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Da.
No, man,
Da.
go break. You got to go break.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
That doesn't offend you.
No, at all.
But you're going to stand for the good.
The good.
But we still want there to be an element of fear because fear is power and control.
Of course.
So,
Now get out. I'm going to have someone shit in my mouth.
very good, sir. How come you think like Santa Claus doesn't have a villain?
Just like, first, he gets in the sleigh, then he fights Draculius.
Yeah. In order to get you the gift, like that would make Christmas even better because you're like, this year, every year the story could change.
Yeah.
Like every year they could be like, and now Black Manta has Santa against the ropes, and Solomon Grundy has him in a headlock.
Like when you're putting your kid to bed, you're just like, let's hope Santa gets here.
Totally, because some
I
years,
mean-
and to make it believable, some years the kids get up and there's no toys, and they're like, "What happened?" And you're like, "Oh, it was on the news. It's
fucked up.
Legion of Doom took Santa down this year, and he's in critical condition at a hospital in New York City under heavy guard."
But there's always next year.
Yeah, don't worry about it because he'll be better. Santa's immortal, but they took him down this year. It was a real heartbreaker. So me and Mom bought you a bike instead. Santa fought a guy with no head. The decapitated spirit from
Finland.
From Finland. Santa fought Sleipner. Like Santa fought Odin One Eye and Sleipner, and Sleipner ate Rudolph. And Santa and Odin One Eye slugged it out, and Santa
And then
got
Santa
away.
regenerated from his one hoof that was left over. Mm-mm. No?
No, sooner or later you got to let him die to give it some.
Oh, you got to
weight.
bring death?
Yeah, like
wow.
where you're like, there won't be any Rudolph anymore because Sleipner ate him. That's why we hate Sleipner children. That's why we hate Finland. That's why
the
you
problem
should
with
hate.
Christmas. There's not enough talk about hate. We don't generate hate for anything during Christmas.
And Finland is our mortal enemy. Anybody that would give us Finland produced the beast that ate Rudolph. Rudolph was amazing. He had a nose that lit up. After 150 years of Rudolph, suddenly, like, the people who are in charge of Christmas are just like, this is the year we got to do it. We got to kill off Rudolph.
Who do we kill?
Because it's going to...
Prancer?
No,
No,
we got to go
that's
for the
not-
big one. If you want to make an impact with kids, you got to kill their favorite
Most
reindeer.
kids don't remember Prancer.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would totally be complicit as a parent, even if I knew it wasn't true. I was like, you're damn right the Finnish people are evil.
They fucking killed Rudolph.
You see a Finn, you punch him in the nose for Santa.
His
and
fucking
Rudolph.
nose was red.
Red, sometimes white and sometimes blue.
Which
It's
means
like
that if
Finnish
Santa,
flag
if
is
Santa
black,
gets bad weather from here on in, he's not coming because
he'll probably die.
Yeah, he can't see.
The Finns have like it's almost a fait accompli. They've like killed his radar through bad weather, and so that's possibly, you know, Santa will die. There'll be no more toys, and the Finnish people are trying to destroy America.
We got to finish the finish. Don't you get it? Don't you follow me? These are evil, dirty, dirty people.